All right, my friends, here is the second portion of the werewolf story. It's lines 8 through 13. You can see on the screen, the text that I'm using breaks the paragraphs in a different place. It's no big deal. It's the same text. You can imagine now that you've seen all those manuscripts, they would not have actually broken it into paragraphs. It would just all kind of flowed into itself. So the line numbering and the breakup of the paragraphs is all just us doing that to help you. So it's not a big deal. Don't be confused. All right, let's get started. All right, so of her, the husband, right? The husband of her husband, obiit supremum diem, excuse me, that is, remember, an idiom. It literally says he met his last day. He met his last day. It means he died. Yeah. At his villa, at his country house. Remember, Nikaros and Melissa are in town, and her husband has gone out to their country house, and he's died there. And so that's Itoque. Now we have this weird confluence. I'm going to change the color of my pen so that you can see it. This weird confluence of three different figures of speech right in this one section. The first one is a hapax. The hapax is aganawi. It's a verb we've never seen before. We being like any classicist has never seen before. So scholars think that it means something like I hurried, right? That's your hapax. It is inside of a giant idiom to go through the shield, through the greave. That means it is, it's like calling to mind the image of a soldier who is really quickly putting on his stuff and getting ready to run out and fight at kind of like a moment's notice. So that's what's happening here. Nikaros gets the news and he is hurrying to get ready and get to Melissa, just like a soldier would hurry to get ready and go battle. But so that's a hapax in a simile, in an idiom. And then we also get in here where I put that little green arrow, we're missing an and, so that's an asyndeton for you right in the middle. So it's like all of the things that we've seen all in one. So, and so, I did and I hurried per scrutum per orcream through the shield, through the greave. So that I might, it's just introducing a purpose clause so that I might arrive ad elam at that one, so that he might go to Melissa. For, as they say, don't forget when you see ut followed by an indicative verb, it just means as. For, as they say, and then this whole thing is another idiom, another little cliche phrase that has a meaning that isn't apparent from a direct translation. So the direct translation is, for as they say, friends appear in the narrows, right? That word literally means like narrow places, but it really means something like pushing, someplace that's pushing on you, a tight spot, we might say in English, that you know who your real friends are when you're in a tough spot, because they're the ones who actually show up. And then this is where the paragraph breaks. By chance, my master had gone to Capua, and then this right here, ad scruta expedienda, that is a gerundive of purpose, to take care of, to deal with some trash, to do some little business, to take care of some trivial stuff. I, having taken advantage of the situation, now remember, noctus is one of those weird, perfect active participles. We only get those when they are from a deponent verb, right? Because those ones look passive. So this form looks like a perfect passive participle, those fourth principal parts. It looks passive and sounds active because that's how deponent verbs work, right? I, having taken advantage of the occasion, persuade our guest ut mecum ad quintum milarium veneat. This is an indirect command. I know that because of persuadeo, that verb introduces indirect commands. So when I see one of those 8 indicator verbs, persuadeo being one of them, plus an ut with a subjunctive verb veneat, that's telling me it's an indirect command. I persuade our guest so that he might, in order to come, may come with me ad quintum milarium, to come with me to the 5th mile marker. And remember, we talked about mile markers are, they tell you how many miles you are from Rome, even if you're far, far away, but they are going to the 5th mile marker. They're actually in Rome. So they are 5 miles outside of town, out to where Melissa lives. All right, that is lines 8 through 13. That is part 2 of your reading.